Hello, good morning all. Today in this video we are going to discuss regarding how to create a many-to-many field in Odoo. So we already have discussed how to create a many-to-one field, a many one-to-many field, etc. So in this video we will see how to create a many-to-many field. So first of all, if I go to the contacts form view, so I have installed the contacts module. So if I go to the contacts, and if I open any of the existing record, so I'll just open this record, that is Assure Interior. So I'll just open this record, and if I click on the edit button, here you can see a field called tags, and where we can select multiple records into it. So this is a field and we can select multiple values into it. So if it is a one-to-many field, or if it is a many-to-one field, we can select only a single record. But in the case of many-to-many field, so this tags is a many-to-many field. So I'll just activate the debug mode first. So I will just activate the debug mode using the debug mode extension that I have installed, or you can just go to the settings and activate the debug mode. So once the debug mode is activated, if I place the mouse over the corresponding field, you can see the type of the field is many-to-many, and the field name is category ID with the co-model as trust.partner, and its type is many-to-many. So here you can see we can select multiple value into it. So let's see how we can add such a field inside our module, that is OM Hospital or Odoo Development Tutorials module. So currently in the database I have already installed the module, that is OM Hospital. So if I go to the hospital menu and then to the appointments, so what we are going to do is that we are going to add the many-to-many field inside the appointment model. So if I go to the appointments menu, and if I switch to the tree view, and if I open, or if I click on create button, here we have got different fields, like we have got a many-to-one field to patient, we have got a many-to-one field to doctor model. So let's add a new many-to-many field after the doctor field. So what we are going to do is that we are going to add a new many-to-many field after this doctor with a co-model as the same model. So I will just create a many-to-many field with a co-model as patient dot hospital dot doctor. So right now we can only choose one doctor, so let's add a many-to-many field so that we can choose a multiple doctor. So first of all, I will go to the PyCharm, and this is my custom add-ons path, and here we have got the Odoo OM Hospital module. So if you haven't got this module, that is OM Hospital module, you can just go to the Odoo App Store and search for OM_Hospital, or you can make search of Odoo Development Tutorials, the name we have given inside the manifest file. So you can just get it from the Odoo App Store, or you can just go to our GitHub repository, and there you can see a repo called Odoo Development Tutorials. From there also you can get the module. So let's continue. So what we have to do is that first of all we have to add a field to this model. So to get the corresponding model name, if you check the URL, you can see the model is hospital.appointment. So you can get the model name from the URL, or if you click on the debugger button and if you click on edit view form, you can see the model is hospital.appointment. So first of all what we have to do is that we have to add a many-to-many field to corresponding model. So I'll go to PyCharm and to the models folder, and inside the appointment.py file I have created the corresponding model. So you can see this is the corresponding model, that is hospital.appointment. So first of all I have to add a many-to-many field to this model. So if I'll just scroll down, let me check for the doctor ID. So here you can see this is the doctor ID field, which is a many-to-one. So this field is what we are seeing here. So if I close this wizard, you can see the field technical name of this field is doctor ID. So this is the corresponding field. So I'll just copy this, Control C, and I'll paste it right below. So here I'm going to create a many-to-many field, and I'll just rename the label as doctor IDs. So once you are going to create a many-to-many field or one-to-many field, you have to take care some things, that is while giving the name it should be ending like IDs, like doctor IDs, patient IDs, etc., to specify that it's a many-to-many field or one-to-many field, like it will hold more than one value. Once we see the name itself, we can see it's a one-to-many field or many-to-many field. This is the naming convention that you have to follow, that is that it should be ending in IDs or SIDs, like that. So we have renamed the technical name, that is doctor IDs fields dot, instead of many-to-one we have to give many-to-many. So I'll just change it to many-to-many fields dot many-to-many. Then you have to specify the co-model. So right now the co-model is doctor hospital dot doctor itself. So the co-model is the value which has to be shown here. So I have to show the value from doctor hospital dot doctor. So if I open this in another tab, I have to show the list of doctors there. So I have to get the model name of doctor. So if I go to doctor, here you can see the corresponding model name is hospital.doctor. So I'll just give this as the co-model, hospital.doctor. So that's done. The co-model is specified as hospital.doctor, and you have to give a string. So I'll give the string as doctors. So this is the simple thing that how you can create a many-to-many field. You have to give co-model and string. There are a lot of attributes that you have to give. I'll come to it, but simply we can create a many-to-many field like this. So we have added the corresponding field to the model. Now we have to add the same inside the view also, then only it will be visible in the front end. So we will go to the UI, and where is appointment form, let's take the ID of the corresponding form. Here you can see the external ID of the form is appointment underscore form. So I'll just search that inside the views folder. So if I go to the views folder, and it will be inside the appointment.xml, because I know, control shift F, and if I search for the corresponding form, here you can see form view of the appointment model. So we have to add the field inside these form. So here you can see this is the doctor ID. So I'll just do one thing, control D, and I will add the corresponding field that we have added right now, doctor IDs, into the corresponding view. I will add it here. So what we have done so far is we have added a many-to-many field inside the hospital.appointment model. Doctor ID is equal to fields.many-to-many, co-model is specified, and string is given as doctors, and we have added the same field inside the corresponding view. So that's done. Now we have to restart the service, as we have made changes inside the Python. So we are going to update the module to get the changes. So you can see the service has been restarted. Now I'll go to the UI, and from here I'll just upgrade the Odoo development tutorials module. So I'll go to the apps menu, and from the apps menu I'll just upgrade our module. Okay, and if I scroll up, here you can see this is our module, and I'll click on the upgrade button. So let's wait until the upgrading is completed. So once after you add a new field, to get into the database you have to upgrade the module. So just on restarting the service, it won't get added, you have to upgrade the module. So you can see the module is getting upgraded. So I think everything is done. Now we will go to the appointments form view. So I'll go to the hospital, and then to the appointments, and if I switch to the list view, and if I click on create button, you can see the new field has been got added. So if I place the mouse over here, you can see field name is doctor IDs, object is the current model, type is many-to-many, etc. So we have successfully added a many-to-many field, and here you can see if I click on add a line, and we are able to select multiple values into it. But earlier, while we checked into contacts model, so in this tab I will go to contacts form view, and if I open the Azure Interior, the look and feel of these are different. So here we are getting like this, but what we got right now is like this. So this is because we haven't given a widget. So if we go to the Azure Interior form, and if I place the mouse over here, you can see here we have used a widget, that is field object type widget. There is a widget many-to-many tags. So we haven't given that widget, that's why the look and feel is like this. So let's add the widget to the corresponding field in the XML. So I'll go to the PyCharm again, and I have to add a widget here. So where is the doctor IDs field? Yeah, it's here. So I'll just add a widget equal to many-to-many tags, many-to-many tags. So you have to give the widgets. So once this widget is given, the look and feel will get different. So I have added widget equal to many-to-many tags to the corresponding field, that is to the many-to-many field. So now I will go to the UI and to the apps menu again, and from the apps menu I'll just upgrade the module once again. So if you haven't subscribed the channel, you can just subscribe the channel so that you will get notified regarding all the upcoming videos. And if you like the video, please do click the like button, and also you can refer the channel to your Odoo friends. So let's wait until the upgrading is completed. So you can see the upgrading is completed. Now we will go to the hospital, then to the appointments, and if I switch to the list view, and if I open a new record, you can see the look and feel has been different. Now if I click on here, you can see we are able to select multiple records into the field. So this is how you can create a many-to-many field inside Odoo. So if I click on save button, it will get saved. So you can see it has for the field doctors, there has been two values, that is John Matthew and TTT. But coming into the many-to-many field, it won't create a field in the corresponding model. So you can see this is the model hospital.appointment. It will not create a field inside the doctor ID. So I'll just open the PG admin. If I open the PG admin, so we can see the Postgres view. So I'll just open the PG admin, and let's see, this field won't be there inside. So that's why what I'm going to say is that this field will not be there inside the corresponding model. If we check the hospital.appointment table, we will not see this field. So pgadmin Odoo 12 connecting to server Odoo 12. So let's wait. The pgadmin is getting open and my database is which one? I'll go to the UI and my database name is Odoo v12. So let's open Odoo v12. Yeah, it's here, Odoo v12. And if I go to schemas and then to the public, and what is tables? Yeah, tables is here, tables. And if I go to the which table, the model is hospital.appointment. So let me go to that table, hospital.appointment. So I'll just scroll down. Where is which hospital.appointment? Yeah, you have got the table here. And if I open the view, this is the tables. Hospital.appointment. We have got ID, name, patient ID, doctor ID, notes, doctor note, pharmacy note, appointment date end, but we will not see the field called doctor IDs, which we have added right now. So if you check here, you can see ID is there, name is there, patient ID, doctor ID, notes, but doctor IDs will not be there inside this table. Patient ID, doctor ID, notes, doctor note, pharmacy note, appointment date end, appointment date time, partner ID, order ID, amount, state, product ID, like that you will see, but this field will not be there. So the field that we have added right now, that is doctor IDs, won't be there inside the this model, that is hospital.appointment. So what it does is it will create a new table. So instead of adding a field to existing model, it will create a new table. So you can see here we have got a new table, that is hospital appointment hospital doctor relation. So it will create a new table having IDs of both the tables. So if I open this table, that is if I open this table, you can see hospital appointment ID and hospital doctor ID. So while creating a many-to-many field, it will create a new table in the database, a new relational table in the database having two fields with foreign keys of two models. Here you can see this is the appointment ID, the foreign key of hospital.appointment model, and this is hospital.patient model. So here you can see this is a relational table, and we have added two records here. So if you check the ID of this record, you can see 2, that is hospital.appointment ID is 2. So here we have got hospital.appointment ID 2. For 2 we have two doctors, that is 1 and 2. So if you add one more doctor here, that's right now we have only two data in this table, that is in the hospital appointment hospital doctor relation table we have got two records. If I add one more doctor here, it will be 3. So I'll just close this and I'll just create one more doctor and I will add it here. So I'll go to the doctor's form view and I'll create a new doctor, Sam. Okay, and I'll just add Sam to the corresponding appointment, that is appointment 2 HP02, and I'll just add the Sam here. Okay, and if I open the same table again, there will be 3 records. You can see the Sam also get added into the corresponding table. So many-to-many field will create a new relational table. So you can see this is the table where we have got two columns. One with the two columns will be foreign containing values of other two tables, which is foreign keys. So that's done. Now we will come to it. So this is how the many-to-many field works. So if I come back to the PyCharm, and if I take the corresponding field, where is doctor IDs, so these are the minimal position arguments we have to give. That is, we have to specify the core model and we have to specify the string. So in some case, there is cases where we have to specify the model name. That is, right now this table has been got generated automatically, but in some case we have to specify the model name which has to be generated if our if our table names are too long. So currently how this name is coming. So if I check the Postgres, you can see this field name, this table name is coming from, that is it's combination of first table plus second table plus a relation. So if I enlarge this, where is the extension? Yeah, so you can see hospital.appointment, which is our first model name, and second model, that is core model hospital.doctor plus relation. So this is how the naming coming. So if these model names are too long, that is if the table name is greater than 63, there is a Postgres limit, that is a table name can contain only maximum 63 characters. So once if your model name is too long, and if the combination of two models is getting more than 63, like if we have got hospital appointment have 32 characters, and hospital dot doctor has also got 32 characters, then 32 plus 32 it will be 64, plus relation means it will be 67. So in this case Postgres table will have a limitation that it can only contain 63 characters. In such cases we have to specify the name for the newly creating table. So we can specify that table here. So I'll come to it. In another case, while we have got two many-to-many field to the same relation, so right now you can see in the appointment we have added a many-to-many field. In some later case, suppose if we are adding a new many-to-many field from the patient to the appointments, the data will also get saved in the same database. If we haven't specified a new table name, it will get stored in the same database itself, and it will create issues in the data. So in this case we have to specify the model name here. While we are creating the many-to-many field itself, we have to specify the model name. So you can specify the model name like this. You can just using positional argument, that is after co-model you can give the corresponding model name. So I'll just give the new model name as hospital patient relation. I'll just give the name as like this, hospital patient relation. That is right now the table has been got generated like this, hospital appointment hospital doctor relation. So I'm just changing the table name as hospital patient relation, and after that I'll just give as appointment ID, and I'll give one more thing, doctor ID. So I just add few more things here. Yes. So let's see what happens on upgrading the module. So I have just added a few more things. After co-model name I have given a table name, and I have specified two column names, that is appointment ID and doctor ID. So let's restart the service. So the service has been restarted. Now let's go to the UI and upgrade the module and see what happens. So I'll just go to the apps menu, and from the apps menu I'll just upgrade the Odoo development tutorials module. So let me click on upgrade button. So I'll just explain what we have done. If you are getting confused, don't get worried. I'll just come back to it and explain clearly. So let's wait until now. You can see it's getting loaded. So it has been got upgraded successfully. Now let me go to the hospital, then to the appointments, and if I switch to the tree view, and if I open HP002, you can see the values we have already selected got disappeared, because we are going to create a new table. We have changed that relation, that's why the values has been got disappeared. So now if I go to the PG admin, and here you will get a new table. So let me refresh. How you can refresh? I think using this we can refresh the Postgres hospital appointment relation. Where is it? Let me check. Where is Postgres? Yes. Here we will have a new table with the name that we have given here, that is hospital patient relation. A table will get created inside the Postgres having these with the name that given we have here. So if you check the Postgres, you can see this table will get created inside the table. So let me refresh first so that we can see the change. I'll just close it, and if I expand, I think it's loading, and refresh. So let's refresh the table once again, and if I go to H, what is H? Yeah, you can see the corresponding relation has been got created, that is hospital patient relation. So the new table has been got created inside the database, hospital patient relation. This is the name that we have given here, and these two are the columns inside these tables. So if I open that table, you can see you will have two fields, that is appointment ID and doctor ID. So let's open the corresponding table. So this is the table. So if I click on open the table, you can see those two fields here. You can see appointment ID and doctor ID. So if you need to change this name, you can simply change it here. If you change it to appointment ID1 and a doctor ID1, it will be reflecting there. So if I change it to appointment ID or doctor, I'll just to confirm doctor IDs, I'll just change to doctor ID. I'll change to doctor ID rec to just confirm that doctor ID rec. You can see it will get reflected here. It will change to doctor ID rec. Now as I have changed the name, I'll just restart the service, and now I'll go to the UI and I'll just upgrade the Odoo development tutorials module once again. So you can see it's loading. Now I'll go to Odoo development tutorials module and click on the upgrade button. So let's wait until the loading has been completed. So you can see it's getting loading. So let's wait until it has been completed. Yeah, you can see the module has been got upgraded successfully. Now before going into the Postgres, let me go to the hospital menu and let me check and confirm everything is okay in the UI. So if I open HP002, there is an error. So undefined column hospital doctor ID rec does not exist. Doctor ID rec, doctor ID rec. I think we have to drop the table or uninstall the module and install it again. Might be, let me go to the apps menu and just let me uninstall the module. Uninstall. I'll click on confirm button, or you have to go to the corresponding table in the Postgres and you have to drop the table, and once you have to upgrade the module. So I'll just uninstall the module now and I will install it once again. So you can see it's getting loading. So let's wait until the module uninstallation is completed. So if you check the yeah, you can see it has been got uninstalled successfully. So once the module is uninstalled, all the data will be removed. Now I'll go to the apps menu again, and from here I'll just upgrade the module once again. Sorry, install the module from the scratch. So you can see I have clicked the install button. So let's wait until the installation is completed. So what we have done in the video is we have created a field inside the Python file, that is fields of type many-to-many field, and we have added the corresponding field in the view, and also we have given the widget, that is widget many-to-many tags. So you can see there is no errors in the installation, and we have to go to hospital and then to the appointments. We will switch to the list view, and if I click on create button, we were having the error initially. Right now we don't have the error. So you can see if I click on doctors, we will be able to. So right now there is no doctor records. I'll just click on doctor and Sam, click on save, and I'll click on Thomas. Okay, I have created 2 records, and I'll go to the appointments again and I'll save it in the this record, edit, and Dr. Sam and Thomas. So that's done. So we have successfully created a many-to-many field. So coming into the point that we are discussing, if I go to the Postgres, and first of all I will just refresh that corresponding table. So this is the table Odoo Vital. I'll just refresh. I'll just click on multiple refresh. So that's done. We have refreshed the view table, and if I go to, you can see schemas. We have to go schemas, then public, then inside the public you have got tables. So we have to go to hospital patient relation. So I'll just scroll down where is H. It's hospital patient relation, and if I open the corresponding table, here you can see the field name has been got changed to doctor ID rec, which we have given here. So how the many-to-many field works in Odoo is it will create a new relation. That's it will create a new relational table. So if we specify the table name, it will create that a new table with a given name. Else it will create a new table with the name as the model name of current model. That is current model name is hospital appointment plus the co-model, that is hospital patient, that is hospital appointment hospital doctor plus REL, like that with like a name. It will create a new table. So it's always good to specify the corresponding new table here, so it will not get merged or confused with another table if we have got multiple many-to-many field to the same model. So it's always good to specify the corresponding table name here. So I have given that name as hospital patient relation. Then you have to specify the field's name, the field name which has to be specified inside the corresponding table. So here you can see we have got appointment ID which we have given here, and also doctor ID rec here. So this is how you can create a many-to-many field inside the Odoo. And in the XML what we have done is doctor ID, and we have given the widget many-to-many tags. So right now we have set. So take a case where you need to, right now we have created a many-to-many field inside appointment. So let's take a case where you need to add a many-to-many field inside this model, and here we have to see all the appointments of this doctor. So from the appointments we can see which all doctor is attending the appointment. So here you can see Sam and Thomas, and let's take a case where you need to do the same inside the doctor. So suppose if we need a many-to-many field here to the appointments of this doctor, we can easily do that. So we have to add a many-to-many field inside this model, that is hospital.doctor. So what I will do is that it's easy, as we have done one thing. I'll just copy these line of the code we have added, and I'll just add the same inside the doctor file, doctor.py file, and here you can see this is the model hospital.doctor. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to add a many-to-many field here inside the hospital.doctor model. So I'll paste it here, and instead of doctor IDs, I'll change the name to appointment IDs because we are going to show appointments. So I'll just rename this to appointment IDs, and co-model is hospital.appointment. So instead of doctor, I'll show hospital.appointment. So appointment IDs, and I'll keep the same relation. I'm not going to change any new relation. I want to show same relation, that is hospital.patient relation. Then you have to change the order. First you have to place this doctor ID rec, then only you have to specify the appointment. So the positional argument comes is, so let me arrange the syntax first. So while giving the, I'll come to it. So let me rename the string also, appointments. So what we have done is we have added a new many-to-many field inside the hospital.doctor with a co-model as hospital.appointment. I'm going to use the same Postgres table, and you have to specify first field is field of current model, the field holding the value of the current model. So here you can see this is the hospital doctor and its value is inside this table, and appointment Odoo. So first field is the field of current model, the field holding the value of the current model, and next one is the co-model. So here you can see co-model is hospital appointment, so we have to place it as second. So we have added the corresponding, we have added a many-to-many field inside the hospital.doctor model. Now we have to add the field inside the corresponding view. So I'll just copy these, and let me open the view of doctor. So here we have got doctor.xml, and here we have got the corresponding form. So this is the corresponding form, I guess. You can see doctor form. Still I have given the string as patients here. I can just change it to doctor. I forgot to change that string earlier, so I'll just update it now, doctors, and I have to rename the field name. So it's appointment IDs. So appointment IDs is given. So I'll just restart the service as I have made changes inside the Python code. So don't forget to restart the service once you made changes inside the Python code. And now I'll go to the apps menu, and from the apps menu I'll just upgrade the Odoo development tutorials module. So what we have done is we have added a many-to-many field inside the doctor model with the same table, and the only change that we have done is we have made changes inside the order of the positional argument. That is, the doctor ID has to be given first because the column which holds the value of the current model has to be given at the first because it's a positional argument. Else you can give like column 1, column 2 like that. So we will just follow this method. So you can see the module has been got upgraded successfully. Now I'll go to the hospital and then to the doctor form view. Here you can see, here we have got appointments many-to-many field. So if I change, or I'm not going to change any value here, I'll just duplicate this tab. So right now you can see Sam has got only one appointment. So I'll go to the appointments and I'll create some new appointments. HP002 doctor. I'll just give the doctor as Sam. I'll click on save button. If I reload the same screen, you will have one more appointments here. So I'll just refresh the screen. You will have one more appointment. You can see the new appointment which we have created right now, HP002, has been get updated here. So this is how the many-to-many fields work. So instead of giving positional arguments, if you search inside the many-to-many field, Control Shift F, you can see we can give something like call1, call2, etc. So if I search, or instead of searching fields.many-to-many, if I search column 1, yes, I think if I search where is column 1, I'm call 1. I'll search column 1 equal to, yeah, you can see how this many-to-many field is defined. You can just, instead of giving the positional argument, you can specify column 1 equal to the corresponding field name and column 2 as the second field name. So I'm not going to use it. I'll just use the positional argument. That is, first we will specify the co-model name, then we will have to specify the corresponding relational table, and you have to specify the field name which holds the value of the current table and then the other table, then you have to give a string. So this is all about how to create a many-to-many field inside the Odoo. So if you have any doubts, you can just connect us over the email, that is odoomates@gmail.com, and if you have any queries, you can comment it out. We will reply you as soon as possible. And if you like the videos, please do click the like button and subscribe the channel to get notified regarding all the upcoming videos. So that's it. Thank you.